Hello and welcome from a nice, bright and sunny Guyana. These are not the words that I've used very often in the last 40 hours or so that I've been here, because all we've got is cloudy weather, not these blue skies that you see behind me. We've seen a lot of rain. That hasn't happened in the last 4-5 hours. This is match day -1, just one day to go for the game. What that has done is that's resulted in practice time for both teams. So both teams came out and practiced. On match day though, there is weather prediction, there is prediction of rain on match day, but here are a few things you need to consider. One, the percentage of rain prediction has come down, which means you're not going to have rain throughout. You might get some rain while the game is on, but you could have a on and off, stop start sort of a game. But you only need 10 overs, minimum 10 overs a side to have a game. As I mentioned, great drainage facilities, so most likely even if it's stop start sort of rain, 50% chance would mean not heavy rain, then you will still have a result. 10 overs is all you need. In case, in that rare chance that you do not have 10 overs also, then it's the Indian team that goes to the final, because they finished on top of their group. England finished second, so simple for India, no game, they go through to the final as well. Another thing to consider, 250-minute buffer time has been added. Usually it's 90 minutes, 250 minutes. That will ensure that you have a longer time to complete the game. So even if you get some sort of showers, you will still get a game. And I know that while you may be, as an Indian fan, be happy that India goes through to the final, you'd want India to play a game, win that game and then go through. Also, you'd want to make Thursday really fruitful. So you'll sit down and be watching that game. So on that front, I have good news. Let's talk tactics now. First thing, on paper it does seem like a repeat of last time's semi-final 2022, where you had both the teams. But if there's one thing that's different, in fact two things which are different. One, it's not the same Indian team, it's a different team. Why do I say that? Because I was there in Adelaide, the approach of the Indian team slightly meek on the day of the semi-final, that seems to have changed. I know the real test will be when you play a knockout, but I have seen a change here, and that's not just my opinion. We heard from the English camp. Matthew Mott, the coach of the English team, said that that team that played against India in Adelaide, the English team knew that India didn't know what is a good total. They were not maximizing or utilizing their entire batting lineup, which is to say that they were only concentrating on the top order playing long, and by that the entire batting order could not play free-flowing cricket or get to a total that they should have. But he said, and it's always good to listen to the opposition in this sense, because in that situation he said, we put India to bat because we knew they didn't know what was a good total. They were not utilizing their batting. This time they know the Indian team is doing that. So that's a big change. It's not the same Indian team that the English team will encounter. Secondly, why is it a different semi-final even though you have the two teams which are similar? Adelaide, different conditions, a batting friendly track where England really stamped their authority with their style of play. Here you've got a spin friendly track. You're going to get low bounce here, you're going to get a bit of turn here, and that will make the game tricky. Those are conditions you'd have to say that will favor India more than England. I know that now English players also play in different kind of conditions. A lot of them play in the IPL, a lot of them play CPL and various other forms in different parts of the world, so they are also used to it. But overall, if you were to look at it, the Indian team, these conditions are going to suit the Indian team. But here's an interesting bit. But don't expect India, because the conditions are going to be low bounce and turner, that they will curb their natural instincts. I saw the Indian batters today at practice, and one thing that was clear, that all of them were trying to hit big shots. Usually you mix your practice session with a few punches, a few drives and a few big hits. Today the focus of everyone that came out to bat was try and hit big shots, and I'll give you the reason behind that. You can expect the Indian team to have that attacking instinct even at the start of the game. So at the start of the game, you'll get both the openers to attack. You will see a Rohit Sharma attack, as you have seen. You will see a Virat Kohli attack. Why? Because the best time to get runs here is also the power play. When the ball is hard and new, there is a bit of juice in the pitch, the ball comes on well, that's the best time, because as the game progresses, it gets tougher to get runs on. So all that you want to maximize the advantage of getting a lot of runs early, the top order has to do it. So I reckon you will see the top order attack. Even if they lose wickets, no problem. Rohit Sharma said The perfect game for them so far has been the Bangladesh game, where only one batter got 50, everyone's got 30 odd, and it took them to a 190 plus total. You're not going to get 190 here, but I think you're going to get the same approach. Attack, attack, attack. That's what the Indian team is going to do. Tactically, who knows? For Rohit Sharma, they may employ a Jofra Archer. Archer has a great record against Rohit, but remember, that was a different Jofra Archer. Ever since he's come back from injury, he's not the same. For Virat, you may use a Moeen Ali, who's had a great record against Virat Kohli. But in that scenario, maybe a good tactic for India would be to bring someone like a Shivam Dube up the order, because you've got him in the team to attack the spinners. Also, he likes when the ball comes onto the bat. If it's going to get slowish later half of the innings, maybe he may not be that effective. So use him up at the top, maybe bringing him at number 3 and get him to attack. Maybe then Pant comes at 4, and even Pant may attack again depending on the situation. That is what the Indian team might want to do. For the Indian team, other than the batting, Jasprit Bumrah once again is going to be the star. You expect him then to really attack the English batters. They bat rather deep, England. So Jasprit Bumrah always the key, but while all the focus is going to be on Jasprit Bumrah, I think the man who could really do it for India on this occasion could be Kuldeep Yadav. The two left-arm spinners, the England batters have done very well, both against Akshar and Jadeja. But I think Kuldeep is the one that has got them in 6s and 7s in previous occasions, and expect Kuldeep to be doing that. He's going to be crucial for India in that middle phase, and then let's see where the game pans out. It could be a battle of spinners. 3 spinners for England. You'll have Moeen Ali, who's got a good record against India. You'll have Adil Rashid, who did very well in the last semi-final. And you'll have Liam Livingstone probably bowl his quota of overs too. 3 spinners for India: Akshar, Jadeja, Kuldeep. Man to man, if it's a battle of spinners, I think it just could be the Indian team that could hold a slight edge over the English team. And again, it's based on the conditions. It's based on the kind of team that both teams would be playing. That's how we look at this particular semi-final. If you've been enjoying our coverage, do give us a like. You've been very kind with all our coverage from West Indies. And once again, share it with your cricket loving friends on your WhatsApp group, wherever else who'd like to know about the insights and what could happen in this game between India and England. And yeah, goes without saying, subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. Take care. Bye bye. Nikhil Nas signing off.